Sinners opening night is finally here. This movie is one of the films that will continuously top the box charts, in my opinion, for the next couple weeks. But the real question is, should you go see it, and is it worth your time? Now, this film is focused really around music. Smoke and Stack are twin brothers who survive and are World War I veterans who return to the Delta and purchase an abandoned warehouse. In doing so, they want to turn it into a jukebox, have a lot of musical gatherings, and really create a place that is welcoming to all. Very early on in this movie, you're going to see that there is an emphasis of how music and the devil correlate. You're chasing a dollar, you're chasing these dreams, but there's always something that could get in your way. Now, really, for me, I feel like this movie was built to be a big success, and I think it will be. But as you sit and watch it, you start to kind of question a lot of the things that are taking place. Number one, I think going in, what really concerned me was the trailer. When you were seeing the trailer played, there were a lot of times that you didn't even know what the film was going to be about. You saw brothers, you saw basically the return to the Delta, trying to escape evil. But the question was, what was that evil? And as you watch it, they do a good job of highlighting what the evil is. So the scene is really in 1930s, still a lot of racial tension in the South. And you really see that come to fruition and come into the screen. But the big question that I have leaving this movie was, why was it done the way it was? And as you sit back and watch, the acting in this was superb. I think they did an excellent job with portraying what needed to be portrayed. They were showing us what the feelings of the actors and actresses were. But I really think the actors within this movie do a good job of telling the story. And I think without their performance, this story would have been a lot more choppy than it already was. Now, as the brothers purchase this abandoned warehouse or abandoned barn, you really see the goals come to the screen. And I think what really comes into play is you see that they have cheated their way to being successful. And I think that is where the premise of the movie is coming from, because what they are building is being built based on things and money that they have taken from others. Now, I think the one concern that I have when it comes to Sinners was just the whole way that the film plays out in almost a fictional vampire type of film. And I think you see that in the trailer, and you see that there's going to be these people that are trying to really save Smoke and Stack and those that are associated with them. It's almost like a way of finding freedom. And I think that they do a good job of detailing why the events are taking place. And like I said, I think with the acting and the actresses within this movie, it makes it watchable. Now, as it continues to rise and will top the box office, I feel like having Haley Steinfeld and Michael B. Jordan is going to provide that star power that you want. And for this movie, I am going to have to give it about a 3.8 out of 5. I feel that there were a lot of scenes within this movie that are lackluster. I felt that you felt lost in some of what you were seeing. And so you really were left to kind of piece things together. But I think with the story and the acting, it saves it. The story makes sense. You're chasing a dollar. You're chasing and running away from the devil. And I think ultimately that is shown on the screen. Now, for opening night, we had a good audience. It was a pretty packed house. But I also just feel that when you have such a big production, you expect it to be superior. You expect it to be top notch. And I feel that even though the story is good and is portrayed on the screen very well, I feel like there are so many gaps where you feel lost. And I feel like for me, that is the drawback. Now, some people may not feel that way. Some people may enjoy every aspect, and that's okay. But for me, I just felt that in the 1930s, one specific scene, it was more of a mix of a modern with the 1930s in different time areas when it comes to music, where you kind of felt that, what does this have to do with anything? But Sinners is out now. It's a 3.8 out of 5 for me. It is watchable. It is a good movie. I would watch it again. I think for this kind of film, I would have to watch it again to just kind of see if I missed anything. But it is good. It is worth the watch. It will be at the top of the box office this week. I don't see why it wouldn't. I just feel that when you watch the trailer and just realize that there are parts in the trailer that aren't shown, which is good. But I feel like if you watch the trailer, you're not going to see what the film is based on. You're going to need to read a little bit. You're going to need to watch reviews to really just put into perspective what you're going to see in the film. And obviously, I'm not going to spoil anything or go that far, but Sinners is out now. It is a movie that is watchable. I would go see it this weekend. It will be packed. I'm still sitting here in our theater parking lot, and our theater is still packed at 8:40 tonight. So go check out Sinners. It is out now. Make sure to hit the subscribe button as we continue to grow. We hit 500 subscribers this week, and I am very grateful. Go check out the other reviews I have posted, and I will talk to you all later.